I kicked out my sister, who our parents have previously disowned, because she told my now ex-fiancé that I stole 9 years ago. My sister Chloe got kicked out when she was 16. Our parents went through her room and found out she was pregnant. They told her to pack her stuff and leave that same night. I was 23 at the time and had my own place, so I let her move in with me. She's been here for 3 years now. Last weekend was Chloe's 19th birthday. She invited like 6 of her friends over and they were all drinking and playing games in the living room. My fiancé Marcus and I were getting ready to leave and give them the apartment when Chloe stopped us at the door. She asked if we wanted to join them for a bit. I said no because I'm 26 and too old to be playing drinking games with teenagers. But Chloe kept insisting and Marcus thought it would be funny to act like college kids again, so we stayed. We all got pretty drunk. Chloe's friends were doing shots and Marcus and I were keeping up with them, which was a mistake. Then Chloe suggested we play Never Have I Ever. I haven't played that game since I was like 19, but whatever. We went around the circle saying random stuff. Never have I ever skipped class. Never have I ever gotten a tattoo. Normal stuff. Then someone said, never have I ever shoplifted before. Marcus has a thing about stealing. His ex-fiancé stole from him 4 years ago and it destroyed him. He told me about it on our second date and made it super clear that stealing was his one hard line. I totally understood, because stealing is awful. Here's the problem. When I was 17, I shoplifted from a boutique. We'd been hanging out for 5 months and I took a silver ring at a party. It was the dumbest thing I've ever done. Mall security found out 2 days later and banned me on the spot. I felt terrible about it. I was a stupid kid and I learned my lesson. That was 9 years ago. I never told Marcus about it because it happened when I was literally in high school, and it didn't seem relevant to our relationship now. So when the stealing question came up, I didn't drink. I figured a mistake I made at 17 didn't count. But Chloe knows about what happened back then because I told her about it years ago when we were talking about mistakes. Chloe looked at me and said, "Hey sis, what the hell? You know you stole that jewelry? You have to drink to that." The room went silent. Marcus's face went completely blank. He stared at me for like 5 seconds, then stood up and walked straight to our bedroom. I followed him and tried to explain that it was a teenage mistake from almost a decade ago. I told him I was 17 and stupid and it had nothing to do with us. He wouldn't even look at me. He just kept shaking his head and packing a bag. I kept talking and trying to get him to listen, but he held up his hand and said, "We're done." He said he told me stealing was his one deal breaker and I lied to him about it. I tried to explain that I didn't lie, I just didn't think it mattered anymore. He said it mattered to him. He left that night. I went back to the living room and Chloe's friends were all gone. She was sitting on the couch and she looked terrified. She started apologizing immediately. She said she didn't think before she said it and she didn't mean to ruin my relationship. I didn't say anything, I just went to my room and locked the door. The next morning, I printed out an eviction notice. I'm allowed to do that because she's been here for 3 years and never paid rent, so legally she's just a guest. I gave her 30 days to find somewhere else to live. She cried and begged me not to kick her out. She said she was sorry and she'd do anything to fix it. I told her there's nothing to fix because Marcus won't answer my calls or texts. Chloe asked where she's supposed to go. I didn't answer. She said our parents won't take her back and she doesn't have anywhere else. I said that's not my problem anymore. She's been avoiding me ever since. She stays in her room most of the time, and when I see her, she looks like she's been crying. Marcus still won't talk to me. I drove to his apartment yesterday and he wouldn't open the door. I can see that he's blocked my number. The wedding was supposed to be in 4 months, and now it's all gone.